Hi guys, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to show you guys how I take notes for school. So I just want to share my tips and tricks with you guys. By doing it this way, my grades have improved so much. Not only are my notes super nice and pretty, but they are super effective when it comes to studying as well. So, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family because I make new videos every single week. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you guys outside of YouTube. Enough rambling on, let's just go straight into the video. First off, you're going to need a main writing tool, whether it be a pen or a pencil. These are from Bandeau and these are my favorite because not only are they super cute, they are super smooth. And I also like to use this gel pen right here from Uniball. It doesn't smudge on me and I really like how it glides. Next, you're going to need a highlighter and a matching colored pen. These zebra mild liners are seriously the best. I use them all the time and they are my absolute favorite. And here's an example of another set that I also really like to use. Matching colored post-its and whiteout are also nice to have as well. To start off, I like to write on the back of a notebook just because I feel like this makes my pen glide a lot smoother and this way I write a lot faster. I also prefer using a plain sheet of printer paper to take my notes on because lined paper feels like a restriction and my brain just can't flow. This is also a reason why I only use one main color for each set of notes. It's just a lot easier for me to focus, especially when I try to reread and study my notes. So for the top, I always write out my title with a regular black marker. I also take advantage of this time and use it to practice my lettering. I actually rewrite my notes at home. The notes I take in class are actually really messy and then I rewrite them and they look like this. That's because I understand the professors, sometimes they talk really quickly and you just can't take your time and make your notes look nice. But I think that the more you write things out, the more it'll be drilled into your brain. Once I started rewriting my notes, my grades got a lot better, so I just want to put that out there. But you definitely don't have to. You can just skip this part, leave the space, and just go straight onto the notes and do your title later at home. Once I'm done writing the title, I just take my mild liner and I just draw 2 lines across the title. A thin one and then a thick one. Next, just to make it a little bit more fun, I just add like these little details on the title. On the top right hand corner is where I put information about my notes, like what unit, what lecture, or even the date. Then I just start writing the notes right under the title. So I like to use these arrows to indicate that it is part of this category. Then I use my colored pen to write out certain things that I need to remember. I also use the same pen to underline the smaller subcategories just so that it stands out. And then for certain terms that I need to remember, I like to highlight those. For any side vocabularies or terms that I need to know, I like to separately write those onto a post-it because it's more of a side note rather than part of the actual lecture. I also like to highlight these terms so that they stand out on the post-it. For any subcategory of the main lecture, I write it out with a pen and then I trace it with my highlighter, and I also use the thin tip to draw a line across. This is to mainly divide different topics apart from each other so that later on it's easier to study and to focus on each different topic. As you can see, I'm using the same exact guideline throughout the entire thing. For example, right here I highlighted the term elastic arteries because that is a specific term that I need to memorize, and right underneath that I have a little arrow pointing to all these subcategories, or more so like characteristics that fall under that specific topic. And then for examples, which I am also supposed to memorize, I wrote it in my colored pen. Also, I forgot to mention that I do like the use of numbers to indicate different groups. For instance, elastic arteries and muscular arteries, these are different groups of arteries, so I like to number them off. On a side note, the post-it can become a little distracting to me, so I like to tape it down with a little bit of double-sided tape so it doesn't flip up. Now once I flip it to the back, I continue doing the same exact thing, but I do like to leave about an inch at the top before I start writing out my notes, just in case if I do want to staple my notes in the future. And that's basically it. This is exactly how I always take my notes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up to let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Make some